It is Halloween, and I have a jam packed episode of Tricks and Treats with a special guest appearance at some point throughout this episode. But today's spooktacular conversation will get into many topics, starting with my favorite celebrity costume that I saw over the weekend, as well as what is Kylie Jenner going through, and how is everybody losing so much weight? And also the trending topic on TikTok right now for the spooky Halloween. And how do you feel about it? How do I feel about it? How does my guest feel about it? We will also talk about some other controversial topics, but also my guest's scariest moments, her favorite costume to role play in, what a perfect man looks like for her, and much, much more. Ooh, I'm gonna leave the suspense there because it's spooky Halloween. But I want to leave you guys with one last thing. Mom, if you're listening, turn this off. It's a little too scary for you. Anybody else not ready for this? You might want to skip past this part. But I just have to start your morning with this because if nobody texted you this today, I need to throw it back to high school. I need to throw it back to a couple years ago for you, or maybe even this is for you right now. But if you are ready, here you go. Here's the suspenseful, very special Halloween message from your girl, Kayla Marie Howard. I need you to listen to this as if I'm texting you. Okay, just ooh, attention. All Halloween hoes. It's time to get spooky. You know what that means. Get fisted by a skeleton. Shove candy corn in that pussy. And don't forget to suck some Dracula dick. Put that costume on and go door to door begging for that good. You better send this to 12 other spooky sluts to show that you're ready to get some chocolate covered penis. Literally me pulling this up on Google. Send this to every blood-sucking, soul-stealing, dick-eating bitch you know to wish them a sexy night. Do you remember getting these things? Oh my god, if you get 10 back, you're so slutty. Like, did you guys ever resend these to anybody? Dude, I remember being in like 7th, 8th grade getting these, and it was like the funnest, coolest thing. And it was like if you didn't get one, you were like not cool type shit. Okay. Let's get into this week's episode. You are listening to Stop Yelling. Mom, you can turn this shit back on.
Be fucking real, man. Come on.
What's up, you guys? It is your host, Kayla Howard, and happy Halloween. Happy Halloweener. Everyone do your biggest witch laugh right now. Mwahaha. That's not even a witch laugh, actually. I'm not even going to act like I could do it right now. Anyways, happy Halloween, you guys. Hello, I am Kayla Howard, and you are listening to the Stop Yelling podcast. If you are new here, awesome. Fuck yeah. I'm so happy for you, and I hope you have a badass costume on right now. You're listening to this, or you went out over the weekend. I want to know what your guys' costumes were. I had zero idea. I had no plan at all. I had no plan for even this podcast episode. Last week, after my episode dropped, I had was scheduling and looking at everything and sorting everything out. And I was like, oh my fucking God. My next week's episode comes out on Halloween. And here I am. I have nothing planned. First of all, I don't even have a costume. Second of all, if that was the case, I would have sat in a costume. I would have made this whole video production thing. I would have like actually put the whole thing in depth. And I didn't get to do that. So here I am sitting just, I'm mad. I'm upset. But I actually recorded an episode, which I'm going to put the two together today. So it's going to be a fun little episode for y'all today. But I had recorded the episode last week with my girlfriend, one of my girlfriends. I'm not going to say who yet, but one of my girlfriends and I had talked about a bunch of stuff and we were in Halloween costumes. So if you're listening to this, I'm going to try to figure out how I can maybe like put a couple of the little video clips from that episode together because it was a good episode. But like I said, I did not prep properly. Moving on, I had thought about my costume a week ago. I've been getting a lot of compliments about like looking like Megan Fox, okay? And I don't see it. I really don't. I could see like the dark hair in the eyes maybe, but like the rest of me, no, not at all. But whatever. So I was just like, fuck it. We ball. I'll roll with that. Go on Pinterest, look up a bunch of Megan Fox looks, and I found the one of her being Lila Black in the movie Jonah Hex. It is a movie from like 2010. I actually have not seen the movie. If you have seen it, I guess she plays a prostitute. That's like Jonah Hex's prostitute, but he like kills people and shit. I don't know. So like she wears this cute little like almost like Renaissance looking, like just vintage, like very like vintage Renaissance, like corset dress, like the thigh high stockings. Like I fucked with the photo. Like I posted a TikTok of it, so it's on there, but I kind of had to put the costume together myself because I actually found the costume on Fashion Nova and I was just like, this is not good enough. So I like took a couple of the pieces, switched them out. I just hopped on Amazon really quick. Like this was like, I need it. I need it next day. Like, come on. So yeah, I fucked up. I ended up not even taking pictures that goddamn night that I went out. I went out on Friday. I wore that on Friday, whatever. Saturday night, I was like, fuck, I forgot we were going out tonight. So now I don't have anything to do or wear. And I was just like, fuck it. I'll just be Megan Fox again. We'll just do Jennifer's body this time. That's fine. So I did the little puffer jacket look. I actually did take photos at one of the little places that I was at. My photos on Instagram right now, they're decent, but like that was just as good as it is going to get, my guy. That's just what it is. But I thought I was serving some looks still a little bit. Not as good as the ones that I have been seeing. Okay, can we talk about the costumes over the weekend? So, one of my favorite ones, absolute favorite, and I don't know, I wanna talk about this relationship because everyone's like, "This is fucking weird, it looks like my mom and, like, her stepson or whatever relationship," but we're gonna talk about Stassi, Anastasia. I can't even say her last name, I'm not even gonna lie, but it's Anastasia, and she's dating Jaden. Let's see, I'm looking her up on Instagram. Yeah, I can't say her last name, Kara Nicolo, Liao, Anastasia, however she goes by. She is a siren and Jaden is a sailor. And if you go on their Instagram, Jaden Holster, he used to date that one girl. What the fuck's her name? What's that one bitch? Nessa? Was he the one that dated Nessa? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I think he was the one that dated Nessa. Anyways, okay, so he is now dating Anastasia, Kylie Jenner's best friend. Okay. It's just like she is hot, don't get me wrong, but he's very like I mean, he's hot too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at him right now, low key. Are you guys looking at it with me? They're just fire ass photos. Oh, she posted this too. Oh my god, this is cute. First rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. This is from what? What movie is this from? God damn, these are hot photos. Holy shit. I'm about to like this right now. I'm commenting right now. These are insane. Posted. Goddamn. Okay, she is one of the baddest fucking I love her. She is amazing. I am definitely a big fan of her, but she is definitely one of my top choices for Halloween this year. Another one was Desiree fucking went all out in her avatar. I was like, okay, bitch, go off. So one of my girlfriends from my agency that I am on, she did like a whole avatar. Raven, shout out to you. I love you. I miss you. But she did a whole avatar look like just for a video one day. And it was like, this was my dream. Okay. My ex-boyfriend like really loved that shit. And I was like, for his birthday, I want to plan a photo shoot. I want to get it together and like do the whole body paint myself and like do a sick ass like nude photo shoot for him and that. And I never got to do it. And then I saw Raven do it and I was like, God damn it. This was before I was like signed with the agency and everything. And I was like, fuck. I wanted to do that, but it was dope as hell. So then this girl Desiree Schultz, she has a good amount of following, but she did the avatar and it was pretty dope. I mean, I like it. The body paint was dope as fuck. Honestly, like I give her props for going out like that, truthfully. I did see that and that caught my eye. So that's why I'm mentioning it. I want to talk about Kylie Jenner though really quick because she didn't post any Halloween costume, not that I saw, but she's been posting a lot about her like Kai line that's coming out actually tomorrow, November 1st. So I was looking a lot into it and I was just like, okay, this is amazing. Like I love this for her. I love this kind of new era she's in and her dating. I don't know if she's still dating him, but fucking Timothy Chalamet. Oh my God. I am obsessed. Like, that is my type to a T, to, like, put it just in a person for you. Like, Timothy Chalamet is, like, my dream guy. Like, literally. Maybe if you throw in, like, a basketball little skill or something, but, like, dude, oh my god, looks-wise, personality, like, just ugh. I'm talking like I know him, like I know his real personality, but either way, from the outside looking in, from the outside, that is my type, but they are amazing together. I personally love their relationship. A lot of people think it's fucking weird. A lot of people think that it's fake, whatever. I love their relationship. If it is real, I think it's real. But I love this, like, era that she's going through. She's, like, very, like, soft girl, and everyone's commenting on her photos, like, "Why does Kylie look so different?" Like, "Oh, she looks so different," and you know what it is? Well, I don't know what it is because I don't know her, and she could be working very hard or whatever, but a lot of people, a lot of girls right now are doing this, Ozempic. Did I say that right? Ozempic? Yeah, I said that right. I said that right. I'm attacking you if you do it. Ozempic. A lot of these girls are doing Ozempic now, and it's like, I'm telling you guys this, and oh my god, everyone's gonna go run and everyone's gonna be fucking skinny now. It's like, dude, just work out. Like, Ozempic is for people that wanna, lose weight or whatever, and there are people that really need it, and like diabetics and stuff that actually like can benefit from this, and people that are obese. And my mom has done it, and she was actually like, she's 5'2", and she was in the obesity range, and she got on Ozempic and she's lost a lot of weight. And it is what it is for some people. And I'm not knocking anybody that wants to do it and wants to look like a stick twig. That's fine. I want to be skinny as fuck too. I just trust me. I understand, but I'm not gonna go run and try to like just shove a needle in my belly and like fucking inject myself every day to do this. Like I don't know if I can. This is just my opinion, you guys. I know a couple people that do it right now and like fucking go off, but I can't. I don't think I could. I don't know. I also don't need it. Okay, so anyways, Kylie, although I don't know, she could be doing it. I mean, Kim did it. I mean, Chloe did it. I mean, fucking, I'm sure she did it too. But she does look, she has this different look about herself, and I'm loving it. I don't know, she looks beautiful to me. Like this picture of her with like the rose cake and like her brand. It just it's so pretty. I feel like the costumes that I've seen the most of are the men dressed as "Sick of these hoes." They're in like a fucking patient costume and holding a sign that says "Sick of these hoes." Like, so original. So original. I've seen a lot of those actually all over the place. And then I saw one of my coworkers actually, she was reverse cowgirl. So she was a cowgirl, but then had the reverse Uno on her hat. It was so cute. And then I, of course, saw like a lot of Jennifer's bodies. I was like, come on now, we're all fucking basic over here. And then I saw a lot of Barbies. Lots of Barbies. My friend was a Barbie. Two of my friends were Barbies. And my friend that's actually going to be thrown in this episode somewhere was also a Barbie as well. So yeah, Barbies were a lot, obviously, because of the movie, but it's just basic. I don't know. Everyone just kind of has basic shit. The celebrities, though, obviously do go all out. But Anastasia, however you say her name, she definitely won in my book. I don't know. I also haven't seen that many other ones. Those are just the ones that were on my feed. So I don't know. Those are the ones that popped out to me the most. But no, the weekend was pretty fun. There's nothing really that crazy that went on. I went to some train station party. It was like an abandoned train station or it was a real train station. I'm not sure. I just kind of showed up, but it was pretty dope. They were serving pizza. I was living for that. But that was fun. And that's really it. I mean, it was kind of boring. I had like, I mean, it wasn't boring, don't get me wrong, but like I had a pretty early night for the most part, both of the nights. But as I said, it is Halloween, and we are here to talk about spooky stuff. Am I right? Am I right? There's this trend going around on TikTok about going and getting a ghost face mask and then bringing it home and like basically asking your partner if they would fuck you in it and yada, yada, yada. So I want to know, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about putting a mask on? Because there's a lot of controversy. Because people are like, "Oh my god, that's so fucked up." It's like he's a murderer and you're like getting that fantasy about getting fucked by a murderer. It's like, grow the fuck up. What? Yes, I get it. I understand that. And some people have like these weird fantasies. Like the people that are actually like really into that shit, like, I want you in a Scream mask or a Michael Myers mask, and I want you to literally dead ass like tell me that you're going to kill me. Like, I don't understand it at all. I truthfully don't. I don't wanna be told that. Like, don't we don't need to fuck around with that. But yeah, putting a mask on and, like, fucking me with it, yeah, for sure. I like that shit. I think it would be kind of hot. I don't know. But also it'd be kind of, I don't know. I just, I would have to try it. I'm like stuttering. I sound so nervous. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about it, I guess. I would have to try that. If I had to do it, it would have to be somebody that's like into that stuff. I don't think like the person that I'm talking to now would probably be into that. I don't know. We'd have to talk about it. But I would either have to go and get it myself and be like, put this on when I get home, or it would have to be a conversation. We would have to go get it together. And then maybe like do it in the car or something, or like in the woods. But yeah, I don't know. But for this episode today, I'm going to switch into my conversation with my friend, my dear friend, Abby O'Cleshin. We actually talk about role playing and mask play and wig play and when to do it and her favorite costume that she's worn in her role play experiences. We also talk about her perfect person, her scariest moment she's had, fuck, marry, kill, serial killers, and much, 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 much more. So here we go. Let's get into the conversation.
Happy Halloweener.
Happy Halloweener. Happy Halloween, you guys. I have my girlfriend Abby here today.
Hello.
She's a little kitty cat. We're dressing up. We're playing cops and robbers.
I got stuck in a tree.
So it is Halloween. We are doing this very, very special episode for you guys today for the spooky, spooky lovers. But I'm going to get this episode started. We're going to start asking Abby some juicy questions because we're not going to just be frolicking around here. So we're going to start it off with a bang. So I wrote down some questions for her.
I'm a little nervy.
And let's see. We'll start it easy. Okay.
Okay.
Do you like to role play? And what is your favorite character to play when role playing?
I love role playing. I like to switch it up. Favorite one? I mean, there's just a number. There's maid. You can be a maid. You know, that's fun.
Sexy maids.
That was one of my favorite costumes, actually. And then you just bring it back to the bedroom after
Yeah.
that. Mermaid sailor.
Mermaid sailor.
Yeah.
As a role play?
Yeah, don't ask. I don't know. It was kind of crazy. Wasn't expecting them, but it just happened.
You're like, help me, I'm drowning. Or are you drowning?
That sounds so... Now that you talk about it, that sounds so fucked up. But yeah, I was a mermaid one year. And yeah, that's a little sailor hat. Yeah,
Okay.
you know, yeah.
Cute. I have to try that. I think like the only time I actually role played was, I honestly can't even think, I don't even think we've ever role played, my ex and I. I don't think we did.
Oh, I think you wanted to or something.
We wanted to,
You
but
had
it
a-
never
you had a-
went through.
You had
Yeah.
your cat costume, didn't you?
My cat costume. Oh,
She
yeah.
had a weird tail.
Yeah. I bought this
She
costume.
would whip people with it.
I bought this costume that was like super like BDSM, like sexy, like latex cat. Okay. And my ex was super into like Batman, Catwoman, just sexy, like superheroes. So I'm like, I'm going to save the day in my cat costume. Never got to wear it. Whatever. Maybe I'll wear it one day. But I had a zipper on the cooch too. Those hurt.
I mean, that was definitely an intense costume
It was an
to
intense
role play
costume.
with.
Yeah.
I feel like mine, like I'm already either wearing it or you just bring it as a surprise. You know, like
Yeah.
I come to clean your house.
Yeah. I'm coming to clean your house. Housekeeping. No, that's like the thing with role playing though, is like, how do you set it up? Unless it's Halloween and you're already dressed up, but that's
Yeah.
not fun because everybody's dressing up regardless.
I feel like Halloween is the best time to role play because you don't have to think about it too much. You know, like you're already in character. Oh wait, I remember Scooby Doo. Daphne, Fred, I'm sorry, Fred, if you're still out there. I hope you're not listening. That was fun. But there is a thing about role playing that I heard about with wigs and it messing with relationships. Because, like, if you start going by different names in different wigs, people start thinking of other people.
Oh.
And I kind of saw that go into play, like,
Oh,
the
really?
next year.
Someone looking like Daphne?
No, but just somebody else. I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I've always wanted to try, like, you both wear wigs or you guys both dress up as different people and act like you're going on, like, some blind date, meet each other at a bar or whatever, and it's, like, super fun and exciting. Like a first date kind of thing.
Yeah, like, oh, hi,
I'm
I'm Daphne.
Daphne. I'm Frankie. I went by Frankie in New York. That shit didn't go good. What is the scariest, like, craziest scenario you've ever been in?
I would say leaving when I was working at the club one year and heading to the parking garage with the other girl I worked with. And we were followed by a foreigner up the elevator, and he was just like trying to follow us into the car. And I was like, Amy, this guy is following us. Fucking run. I mean, I got my taser in my purse, but you can only do so much. So ran into the car, closed the doors, locked it. I'm like, you're getting in my car. And then the guy's banging on the window. Like, what the fuck? Who does that?
That's fucked up.
Sketch.
Yeah.
City of Chicago. I've honestly thought about going back before. Like, the money is so good. It's so good. But when you think about the whole life aspect, I felt like my world was just like crazy at that time. Yeah, you're having fun and you're drinking. Like, if you're in that job, you're never completely sober. And if you are, you're probably miserable. Like at least a shot or two, at least,
just to get the night started,
because you're dealing with a bunch of drunk assholes that think that they can just touch you, grab you, try to flirt with you. But the money was so good. It was so good, and it was fun.
There's this one time I was working, and you weren't there yet. We used to work together at a nightclub, but she wasn't there yet. But there was this group of guys that was sitting there, and I just hate, just because I'm showing you a little bit of interest doesn't mean that you can reach up my skirt. Does not mean that you can reach on my skirt, grab me, and put you on your lap. Like, don't be doing that shit.
Don't grab my ass. That reminds me, when I was working there, and one of the security guards at the end of the night goes, hey, did you know that guy in the green shirt? And I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What guy in a green shirt? He goes, he looked at me like freaked out. He's like, yeah, the guy that he like grabbed your hair and was sniffing it. And I was like, what do you mean somebody with a green shirt grabbed my hair and was smelling it? Like, where were you? And he's like, I thought you knew him. I'm like, why would I know somebody that wants to next time you see that happening, he's like, I'll kick their ass out. I'm sorry. I didn't know. And I was like, he almost started crying. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's odd.
There's some weirdos.
There is weirdos. And honestly, like, it brings you a lot of great people that you meet. Like, don't get me wrong. But yeah, overall, I definitely will never be back in that shit again.
Yeah, it was fun while it lasted.
Okay, this is the golden question.
Oh, God.
Fuck, marry, kill. Freddy
who?
Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, or Chainsaw Massacre. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Fuck, marry, kill.
You're probably going to hate me, but I don't really watch scary movies like that. I know what Michael Myers looks like, but...
Freddy Krueger is the guy with he comes in your dream.
Yeah, okay, I remember.
And then Texas Chainsaw Massacre is just like running around and killing everybody with chainsaws. Okay. Michael Myers is the guy with the mask. Yeah. I'll give you my answer really quick. Yeah. I would definitely not fuck Freddy Krueger because could you imagine getting that fucking finger in there?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Hell no.
Kill him.
I'll kill him, yeah. Mm-hmm. Because the dream thing fucks me. I don't like that. And we'll talk about dreams in a minute, but the dream thing fucks me. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'd probably just fuck.
Yeah. Michael Myers, I mean, he follows you around. I mean...
He's obsessed with you.
So we'd obviously marry him. Yeah. Like, what other?
Who else? How about this one?
Okay.
Scream.
Oh, God.
Jason, which is like Freddy versus Jason. It's like another kind of like Michael Myers, I think. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I like to be proven wrong on that because I forget what Jason does.
I don't know what Jason looks like.
I forget. And then who else? The human centipede. Could you imagine how big it would be? The human
Isn't that just
centipede?
mouth?
Is it mouth?
Don't they like connect their faces to the ass? Yeah. And that's what the human centipede is. He like stitches their face to their ass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not what you
I
think
guess
it
I
is.
should have did my movie trivia before I
know that
asked you
one
these
sounds
questions. Okay, so kill the centipede.
Yeah, we do that.
All right, no centipedes. Okay, I would fuck the shit out of Scream. What's his real name? He's just a Scream guy.
Yeah, I feel like his name would be Jason, though. I don't know.
He sounds like a J.
It
He
sounds like a J.
name.
Maybe his name's Jake. Oh, no. I think he fucked with somebody named Jake. I don't know.
He fucked with somebody named Jake?
I think so.
I have to watch the movie again. Have you ever fucked with somebody named Jake?
Named Jake?
Have I ever fucked with somebody named Jake? I don't think I have,
I
right?
don't think I have.
No. Have you fucked with any J names?
Yes.
Did we? No. Okay. Have I fucked with any J names? They always say, like, run away from the J names. And honestly, there's a couple
You
of
fucked
them.
with one, but you haven't.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah, you've literally dated.
Well,
Joe.
Joe's not. I say this every time.
But he's a J.
He's a J. He was my first love. Yeah, he was. That's different. He wasn't.
Basketball.
I haven't fucked with him yet.
You haven't fucked with him yet.
You just said basketball.
I
J
didn't know
name.
if I could
Shut
say
the
the
fuck
name.
up. Oh no! Run! It's the popo. Get her out of here, dude. I'm sweating. Yeah, I haven't fucked with him yet. He moved.
Mm-hmm.
He moved to New York.
The one that got away.
He was the one that got away. No, I had a crush on him. Everybody has a crush on that fucking man. I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna say his name. Not that he would ever listen to this, but I know some of you bitches know him, and I don't need anybody ratting me out. But yeah, he was honestly. So I'm super into basketball players.
It's a dream.
If they
of
play
hers.
basketball,
It's a dream.
it is a dream.
Said it since I met you.
Yeah, I have been saying it. Well, my friend Don was a basketball player. I mean, not professionally, but Don still plays basketball. And then nobody else has played basketball, so I'm still waiting on my basketball guy. But if you had your perfect type, if you can paint the perfect picture man without having to go and find it yourself, what would that look like for you?
I don't want to say I don't got no type. I do. But overall, it comes down to personality in the end because looks can be deceiving. So I always look for a guy. Perfect guy is somebody that can make me laugh. You need to have somebody that you can goof around with. I do like a strong guy. I like a guy that isn't afraid to say what they're feeling, but, also take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Say what they're feeling, but also just be supportive of you and have your back. That person's gonna have your fucking back. You gotta build that trust up.
Yeah.
If I'm not in the room and somebody tries saying something, rude about me, what are you gonna say?
Yeah.
What are you going to say in a room full of people that say something that might be negative about me?
Yeah.
But other than that, sorry, I'm going on a tangent.
No, that's good because that's important as fuck.
Yeah. But somebody that's confident.
Yeah.
Cocky, I don't really like cocky.
There's a fine line between being confident and cocky.
Absolutely.
I was at dinner and one of the people that you were talking to previously had walked up to me and thought that we were bestie boos and said, "Hey Kayla, how have you been? Let me give you a hug." And I stood up and I was like, "Are you just telling me this?" Because he came back again. "Are you just telling me this so that I can text my friend?" And it's so funny
Came back
because
twice.
he came back twice.
Okay.
He came back twice and he hugged me goodbye. Okay. He wanted me to know that he was there. But what's funny is because the people that always do that they're like, "I want to do this because I want you to text her." And what did I do? First thing I did was text her. So what were you thinking in that moment?
Well, I was just totally surprised because there's been no contact. Haven't seen him, haven't talked to him. So I was kind of like, okay, what was said? You're on a date. What did your guy think? What's happening? I just wanted all the details,
Yeah.
Did he want me to reach out to him? Was he waiting? Because typically in the past, we were very on and off for a while, for a long while. And I just kind of felt like he was wanting me to text him, "Hey, I heard you ran into Kayla." But for me, I, put in my head, if he really wanted to talk to me, he could reach out to me. You don't have to go up to my friend twice to make an impression.
There's no reason why you should go out of your way to say hi to somebody if you don't have a
Either in the
plot.
past when things like this, because I feel like everybody's gone through something like this, but no conversations were sparked, and I didn't feel the need to spark the conversation because I don't know where the conversation would go. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like starstruck for a second.
Yeah. Honestly, when you see somebody out, you're like starstruck. When you haven't seen them in a while, you're
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah, and the fact that I haven't seen him or talked to him, I was like, well, it was Kayla, so
Yeah.
it wasn't me.
I took that bullet for you.
Yeah, I probably like stand there blankly,
That's what I mean. Because
internally panic.
Yeah.
Like, what do you say? What do you do? You
Yeah.
act like friends, or I don't know.
Yeah. When me and, let's give him a name so I stop saying X. What should his name be?
Chuck Bass.
Chuck Bias. That doesn't fit him at all.
No, it doesn't. No, that.
Let's call him,
Peter.
Peter. Okay. Okay, Peter.
Peter Pan.
Peter.
Peter.
Peter. Peter.
Peter Malak.
Okay, so Peter. Peter. Peter, when him and I like split off for like a quick second, I was the one that actually broke up with him at that time because it was like one of the times that he was going through a depressional state, and I like didn't really know. And I had gone out to an event, and he knew that I was going to that event. He wouldn't have been at that event
Oh yeah.
if he didn't know that I was
with
going.
you.
You were with
I
me.
was with you.
You were with
We
me.
literally went to the bathroom and had a moment.
Oh my God, yes. Wow. Okay, yeah. So you remember how like fucking crazy I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, how are you gonna show up to where I'm at after not fucking speaking to me?
Yeah.
And then I break up with you, and now you're just gonna insert yourself into where I'm at, my group, my friends.
Not a coincidence. Not
not.
at all.
Yeah, and I still went up and I was just like, hey, like we gave each other a hug and it was cordial and we ended up getting back together after the fact. But now I haven't seen him since early August.
That sounds about.
Since early August.
right.
Yeah, a solid like 2 months.
Yeah.
So now if I saw him, I would be like, I don't even know where he's at nowadays. I don't
That's
even know.
okay.
That's fine.
That's okay. We don't.
And that's fine. But it makes me really sad. And I want to know, and if you can relate to this too, like when you leave somebody for the benefit of you, like even though they keep cycling back and you're trying to be better, and then you give them like a little moment of you again, but then you're like, no, actually, I wanted to play with that for a second, but now I'm going to go back to what I was doing. I want to focus on myself and I want to be me and leave you behind. Why do we still find ourselves still thinking like, well, if life throws you back at me again 5 years from now, does that mean that we can be together again?
Well, you already know, like, I just went through this as well, like, you know, so I can totally relate. And it is crazy, like, having to take the pause to realize that you need to, again, pause that relationship for yourself, for your own good. Figure out, like, what you want next in your life. Because sometimes you just find yourself in this cycle through and through and through, and you don't really... You sit there and you wonder, like, what do I actually want? Like, you know that there's something missing. There's something missing. And if you can't quite put your finger on it, like me, like, you need to take the time for yourself. And then, like, for me as well, like, struggling with my career, like, I needed to put a pause on that because I needed to put me first, be selfish for a second. You know, he put himself on pause anytime he wanted for his career, for his own life, and understandably so, going through things, I get that. I was still there. But the way that they react to you when you need a pause says a lot, too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it can work both ways.
Yeah. Do you feel after leaving that you've blossomed, or like what have you incorporated into like your daily routines that has helped you like move forward from that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was definitely hard. Somebody that's been in your life for, even if it is on and off, like you create a routine with them. So either a routine or just comfortable having that person in your life, somebody to talk to, and that's always greatly missed. Like, it's not like you don't miss that person and think about them often, but what I had to do to move forward to help myself blossom, I definitely feel like I've grown myself, just taking the time for myself, like journaling more, understanding like where my thought pattern is at. I went on a lot of vacations. I did. But I also lost my job. So I was like, I need a whole break from reality. I went and traveled. I visited my other best friend in Florida and had a great time, got things off my mind, and just, got to sprout in that way. Got to think about like what I could do without feeling like something is impossible. Like I'm creating the world as my oyster. And this is my chance to take my life in the next direction that I want it to go in.
I love that. You are somebody that I value because you are so in tune with yourself, and not a lot of people are in tune with themselves. And I think that's extremely important for growing and changing anything that you want in your life, and the world being your oyster is beautiful to put it that way. But no, she's actually the one I spoke about at my last episode. And she is actually the one that had told me to write down all of my releasing, taking with me, and whatever. So here she is in the flesh. But that has really helped me. And I remember when you would sit and you would be like, I've been journaling nonstop, and it's actually like all making sense to me.
Yeah.
So do you think that journaling is like something that everyone can incorporate, or is it maybe something else? If people don't like writing something down, like different ways to do that.
Okay. I think journaling can help anybody and everybody. And I started getting into like understanding myself more and all this jazz with journaling when I went through the toughest breakup of my entire life. And it didn't even start with journaling because I was kind of like felt weird, just bought a sketchbook. I don't like writing between the lines. And that goes with my whole life.
Yeah.
I don't like writing between the lines. I got a sketchbook, and some days I would just write like I follow this third-eyed thoughts or something on Instagram and just write out like what's the affirmation of the day. And then I like to doodle. So I would doodle. But then I got into journaling, like just processing your thoughts at the end of the day. Or if you're a morning person, process your thoughts in the morning. Journaling your dreams can help you decode your dreams if you want. But journaling helps you write out. Don't like have a set thing of what you want to write. Just write from your heart. What are you feeling? Don't hold back. It's your own journal. You're not writing it for somebody else.
Yeah.
You're writing your own story. I like to write my journals too, just to remember like where I'm at this point of my life. And you can write outside, you can write inside, do whatever the hell you want. One day sorry, I'm kind of going off, but I was journaling. It was the end of the summer about laying out. I'm like, I just need a day to breathe, get all this junk out of my head so I can focus on the things that I need to. And I read a horoscope or whatever, tarot card, whatever. It said to go back to a year ago at this time. What were you dealing with? What were you going through? I shit you not. I go outside. I'm just like, I kind of want to go back. I wasn't even thinking about that. And I'm just like flipping the pages from the year. And I just like let it land. And it landed on right about that time, like last year.
Oh, wow.
And it was actually fucking insane.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay. So I dove into reading it. And I was totally able, it was last August to this August, and there was a lot of change. There was a lot of movement. That's when me and the last person we were just talking about, that's when things kind of ended and something else was sprouting and whatever. And comparing it and comparing yourself to where you are now, you see the growth that you've had. You see where you want to be. I don't know. I think journaling definitely, it just works.
And it brings up like cool memories or like memories that you didn't want to remember too, but also are like, I won't do that again, or I won't let that happen again. Or
remember how you feel when something happens to you, because you don't want to feel that again, or you do.
Yeah.
And journaling comes with manifesting too.
Yeah.
So, everything that I've been writing down in my manifestation thing that I sent you is
blossoming.
It's blossoming.
Fuck yeah.
She's working.
Hell yeah.
So, you set your intentions and you know your goals. And you just keep reminding yourself, what do I have to do to get there?
Yeah.
So.
The only thing that I've seen come into light, because a couple months ago it was one of the full moons, and she had texted me and was like, you need to do this, like tonight is the last night or whatever. She was like, write down like a letter to yourself. And not even if it's a full moon. I think this is really cool to do, if just in general, is writing a letter to yourself months from now, speaking to your past self basically, or like what has happened but hasn't happened yet, what you want to happen over these next couple months, and be like, oh, I was so excited to have gone here, or I met this person, or now I fell in love, like something that hasn't already happened but you're manifesting for yourself.
Like you're telling yourself the story of the few months that have passed.
Yeah. So for one of mine, what I wrote down that actually already happened, which I haven't opened my letter yet because it's for December 31st. So I'll open it on New Year's.
27th.
Or December, whatever it is.
Whatever.
Yeah, December 27th.
They're right around the corner.
You let me know what day I need to open my letter. But I wrote to myself, and it has already happened. And it's like not as fun because I feel like I'm going to open it and be like, oh my God, I already know. But I met Grizz.
Yeah, you did.
I wrote that shit down.
Insane.
I was like, oh, I met Grizz and like blah, blah, blah. I wrote other things like I met like the love of my life and shit too, but that hasn't happened yet. I don't know.
Not that you know of.
Not that I know of. Scary. Ooh, that's a spooky one.
That's a spooky one. You could have met them in passing. You never know.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. Like,
wait, do you agree? Do you believe that with your dreams that the people that pop up into your head is like somebody that you've seen before?
Yeah, I mean,
if you can't like put a name or a face to somebody,
I think. I mean, fact check me. I don't know, but I think there's this thing that says that you can only dream about people that you've seen in person.
that would make
You
sense.
can, like, make somebody's face up.
Yeah.
You know. So
Yeah.
you might just be passing them in the street, see them on TV.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess. Sometimes I have to like go through the people that I've met or whatever and like really figure that out. But okay, I have one last question for you, and then we're gonna wrap this up and we're gonna go back to the spooky Halloween questions.
Okay.
Just one last one. If you had, I need your most terrifying hookup experience. Whether it was too small, he smelled his finger afterwards, or that happened. That was fucking horrifying.
Was it like a deep sniff?
Bro.
Was it like a whiff? Was it just like a little...
Bro, he literally like played it off so well. He was just like, I'm not even fucking with you. I was like, you dead ass just did that? Like, really though?
I think why don't you just lick the finger?
Yeah, just put them in your mouth at that point. What the fuck? Don't hide it.
Don't hide it.
Yeah.
Just, try to be so does this taste good? Like, yes or no?
Perfect. So yeah, most terrifying hookup experience, and I'll give you mine back after, just to return the favor since I haven't been.
Oh, there's so many. I don't know if I can talk about this on here. I actually just ran into this guy at the bar the other day.
Oh.
And I wanted to, I literally like almost slithered away under the bar.
Really?
Yeah. But it was, I'm trying to spare details because out of the sake of this person.
Okay.
Scary in a way that, like, guys, do not. Oh,
I'm
God.
like, I don't even know what she's about to say right now, you guys. I'm just as, intrigued.
Well,
Okay.
he told me that he was into cuckolding,
Oh.
and
Can we give a description of what cuckolding is really quick?
cuckolding is when your partner like sits in the corner and watches you get fucked
By somebody else.
by somebody else. So he asked me if I would fuck his friend for him. He had a description of like a certain type of friend. And then he proceeded to show me a sex tape of him having a threesome with that guy.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he proceeded to show me a sex tape of him and his ex-girlfriend. Yeah. That was pretty scary to me. Because what do you do? And then the next day, his parents came to his apartment. I met his mother.
How I Met Your Mother.
How much your brother? Yeah, I didn't talk to him
Ma'am,
after
you
that.
know that last night at about 10:52 p.m. he told me to he showed me what the fuck? Okay, so wait. So to clarify this.
Spooky, right?
No, that's fucking weird. So the
Yeah.
guy asked you to he wanted to watch you fuck one of his friends
Yep.
that he has had a threesome with already.
Yeah.
Has a video of it and watches it
Yeah.
to pleasure him own self.
Yeah.
And has a video of him and his ex-girlfriend, or a guy and his
No,
ex-girlfriend?
him and his ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was not cuckolding. But
That's a major red flag, first of all. What the fuck? You
huge.
don't show somebody a sex tape of you and your ex.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't.
That's also not something that you can be like, hey, I just started fucking with you. Like, here's all my fantasies and fetishes. Like, see what you can do with them.
Yeah.
Like, no.
That whole thing was spooky to me. And I think I was in a vulnerable state, and he was a very manipulative, like, person. And, like, I was spooked. But after that, I was like, nice to meet you, Mom and Dad.
Hello.
I'm going to go. I never come back.
Yeah, that is terrifying. Holy shit. I did not know all that. Okay.
God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with that. Okay. My scariest, okay. I'll say this one because it's only happened once. And I Bible that bullshit. I have only hooked up with a guy off of a dating app one time.
Okay.
And it wasn't Tinder. I was never a Tinder bitch. But it was off of Hinge, I think.
Okay. How was that?
First of all,
I don't know if I remember this. Do I know this?
yeah, you know this.
Okay.
It was a one-timer.
deal.
Okay, so
Okay.
he was the only guy I've hooked up with off of a dating app. I just randomly made him come over, like literally simple as that. He brought me a bottle of fucking barefoot wine. $4 barefoot wine,
Really
which is
balling
fine.
out there.
It was nice.
Oh,
Maybe that was his last $4 he had.
that could have been.
It could have been, and that's fine. I appreciate the kind gesture. But anyways, I was like, babe, what do you think this is? We're not hanging out. We're hooking up
How
and you're
old was
leaving. He was the same age as me.
Were you young?
This was like 2-3 years ago.
Oh.
3 years ago.
Okay.
3 years ago.
Okay.
This was before a nightlife experience and everything. Yeah. So this was the most terrifying because I was like, first of all, he was getting to know me. He wanted to get to know me way too much. Then he took his pants off and I was like, whoa!
That's barefoot.
It was huge. I've never seen anything more massive in my entire life. This was the guy that told me, he was like, wow, for a mom, you're really tight.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Straight up stopped in the middle of sex and was like, wow, for a mom, you're tight.
It's the shoulders for me.
I was like, thank you.
You're
What?
so kind. Thank you.
Or you're just fucking massive. Like, I couldn't tell what was the thing. I mean,
You couldn't tell what.
I ain't a loosey-goosey bitch, but I mean, I couldn't tell if it was just my pussy being super tight or if he had just a massive cock. I think it was just massive because I still have never seen anything like it before.
Is it like just
Do you prefer them long
girth?
or not a chode, but like thick? Like girth, yeah.
I like girth.
Girthy. Okay, so that's
But,
motherfucker
like-
was a
but, like,
solid Italian
size-
sausage.
Size also.
Size does
Size
matter.
matter.
Because if
Size
it's
does.
girthy and small, well, that's a chode then. It's not.
Yeah, no. That's a no for me, dog. What?
I'm sorry, I'm like thinking of someone's penis in my head right now. Because something just popped in. It was the one guy.
Have you ever, like, seen, like, the smallest wiener of your life?
Yes.
That is pretty spooky. Yeah. Pinky.
Pinkies up.
Stop.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. I'm so sorry. Okay, well, thank you so much, Abby, for coming on. This was so much fun, and I'm sweating, and I need to take this off. That's why I'm ending it early.
Thanks for having me. This
But-
is a real treat.
You're so cute.
Oh.
All right, you have to give us the laugh before you leave.
What?
Don't be cute.
I'm trying.
She's like, "Mwahaha." No, it's mwahaha.
That was cute. What do you mean?
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't-
Well, guys, this completes this week's episode, and thank you to Abby for guest hosting on my podcast this week. That was awesome, and thank you for all of your tips that you gave everybody. But that completes this week's episode, and happy Halloween, you guys. Make sure you guys are staying safe, brush your teeth, don't eat a bunch of candy, and don't get too drunk, okay? Go buy a ghost face mask, fuck your girl, fuck your guy in it. I don't know. Whatever you need to do, spice it up, go role play. Go try something new this week, okay? Please. I want to hear all about it when you do. I'm going to go do the same thing. I might go somewhere this weekend. Oh boy, I might go somewhere this weekend. You guys will hear all about it next week or the week after or not. Maybe not. I don't know, but I'm going to go try some spooky ooky shit. All right. Thank you guys. Stay positive. Love yourself. Enjoy life as it comes. And you already know. Mwahaha. Stop yelling. Okay. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.